Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW, and I'm here with a stream highlight from, let's try and think what day it was. I think it was Wednesday this week. We were doing pickups, and there is a player who goes by the name of Black Cat, and his YouTube channel is called DrDevStrike. He was sat watching us. We've jumped in with each other before, so we decided to get in on it again. We've got a tier 6, tier 7 match. We're in the Lightning, the Lenin, and the La Foudre. We're spawning here across on CCAP and generally in a carrier match because I'm in a DD. Obviously, there's going to be a carrier, isn't there? There's always a damn carrier when I'm in a destroyer these days. Wargaming, stop doing it to me. You're driving me insane. But yes, normally the carrier is on the opposite side of the map to CCAP. So we're going to push in. We're going to try and get them spotted. We know there's a couple of destroyers out there, and I am going to screen ahead of Chin and DrDevStrike and see if we can pick up any torpedoes that may be heading their way. But there is a roamer. Make a note of where that roamer starts the game, because we'll see him at the end of the game. I'll leave it at that for now. But we are pushing in. The cap doesn't appear to be contested, but the cargo is bringing his planes in and over. I get spotted. I'm going to knock my AA on, I think. I can't remember. But we're going to get in on this cap. We're going to try and pick up where the nearest boat is. We know the roamer's out there rolling his smoke. Thankfully, he's got AP loaded and isn't a very good shot. So, with the planes past me, I'm now running my sonar because I am located, which means there's a destroyer nearby. I can't remember what the destroyers were, an Ostergotland and something else. But the OG is what we are going to bump into shortly. Roma, full speed ahead. He's getting the hell out of Dodge. We're on the cap. We've pulled in very, very close to the this little sticky out bit here, because I know that destroyers on the other side and cruisers like to try and push in close to this to do a bit of a YOLO around the corner and torpedo the big ships. Roma decides he doesn't like being shot at, so he's turned out and he is pushing further and further out on the map. But there is the Ostergotland. He is in a bad spot because he doesn't really have any support. I'm going full engines forward. My sonar's still running. We're going to go on guns, turn into him. We've got torpedoes running. We're going to try and knock his guns, or knock his engines out rather. But he's not going to survive long. First blood, DevStrike, out of here. We've got the cap. I pop a smoke just to drop me some cover. But I was obviously the one spotting things. So we need to get out of this smoke because there's a big fat juicy target across there that we're going to annoy. And Chin and DrDevStrike are going to make short work of him and put Red Team at a disadvantage of having absolutely no carrier. Takes one salvo, takes two, job done. He's gone. He's got one salvo of planes left. Roma is still running. Vladivostok is out there. Now I know he has got limited, not repair parties, damage controls. So what we're going to try and do with him is light him on fire, and he's either going to have to let it tick or burn through those precious damage controls. He realizes he's got nobody to protect him now. He's sat back bow tanking. It's probably, he's probably like a one-hit wonder. He knows how to sit and bow tank and can do it very well, but when the pressure's on, he panics and doesn't know what to do. Roma's still being snipey. He's running away. We're just going to keep piling on the pressure on this Vladivostok. If he's going to run away from us, he's either going to have to run through the cap into somebody else, but this guy is going to swing a hard left and try and get away and get some help from his teammates. Try and drag us into his teammates where they can apply more fire to us. But I can't be seen at the moment because the Vlad is blocked by the island. and the Roma isn't within my detection range for firing my main guns. So I'm going to try and keep that Roma covered using the island, and we're going to put the torpedoes out there because I think that Vlad is going to try and turn and get around the corner. Geez, it's like this is like a hard, fast push. We just couldn't believe like how quickly this was going. That Roma just lit up his engines and off he went. Vlad is still taking damage. The torpedoes are there. He knows they're coming. He's going to try and turn out of them. And I really do hope he's lubed because he's taken one of these straight up the butt. And although he does take a torp and it looks like the other one's going to claim the kill for me, Chin does get a full salvo on and we get rid of him. That is another ship off the map. We've lost 2, red team have lost 4, but we are not stopping there. I'm going to push in to B cap because caps are king in domination. This is where the points are. You don't have to kill all the ships if you control the points and get up to 1,000 points. You can ignore ships for the sake of controlling the capture points. We can see the turbots out there. There's also still a couple of destroyers running around here somewhere. I'm very wary as to where they might be. And that is a huge salvo. I don't know if that was Chin or DrDevStrike. I think it may have been DrDevStrike in the Lenin. But that guy there really changes his mind about what he's going to do. And he's sailing broadside. He's just getting chunks taken out of him. I decide to chip in and see if we can't get a fire on him. But he isn't even going to last that long. There we go. The shells go in. 2 battleships focus on 1. He isn't lasting long. We're on the cap. We know there is a Jervis around that corner. The Tirpitz is also around that corner. And I noticed that this guy has on the end of his play tag, like, is it MS-13? Which I thought was it's some gang, isn't it? I seem to remember watching some prison documentary on the States where they had something tattooed across the face that was something like MS-13. But I wasn't quite sure. But we're going to go and tattoo something else on his face. I'm very wary about cutting through this gap because I know the Jervis is through there. He could be running sonar. He could pick me up for this Tirpitz. But hey, it looks like the game is pretty much done. So why not try a little bit of a YOLO? Because a YOLO goes one of 2 ways. You either live once or you live. We're letting that Jervis push out a little bit further. We want him away from the Tirpitz. And now we are going to start our run. A little bit of a tricky situation here because I am going to bump within 3 kilometers of that Tirpitz. He's obviously not running the concealment and dispersion mod. We're running. I'm hoping to heck that he hasn't got high explosive loaded. We bang our torps out. Thankfully, he's got armor piercing loaded, and that goes straight through the back of me. But my torpedoes don't go through the back of him, and he's gone. That's it. Now we have the Jervis, and if you look across there on the right side of the screen, there is the Roma, who has literally done nothing but run and bang a couple of salvos off. I'm going to do what I can to help this other ship out with the Jervis. We'll just put what fire we can on. We'll try to use the island to our right to screen us from the Roma. We'll keep twisting and turning just in case he does try to put a salvo across the top. I need to put my teeth in straight today. There's the Roma, but believe it or not, this far into the game is this Jervis just resigns himself to being sent back to port. We switch our attention to the Roma, and as he comes into range for the guns, we realise there is no smoke coming out of his smokestacks. This guy has sailed all the way around the map only to rage quit. Or should I say rage quit? Maybe he just quit. Maybe he wasn't in a rage. Maybe he just quit. But with a Lennon and a Lafudra behind me, I'm just going to pop off the shots and try and tick up a little bit extra damage as I sail onto the cap. But I'm not even going to have a chance to do that because Chin and DrDevStrike are going to make very short work of this guy. That's it. Game over. I think that one was barely 10 minutes long. And it was just one big, long, huge adrenaline rush. Not a huge amount of damage, 89,000, but we were out there, we were spotting, we were capturing, we did some killing. And the other two guys did some killing too. 6 kills between us. And yeah, 1, 2, and 4 on the board. A great performance on the live stream. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you have a look at these. Click on one of these links and hang around and watch a few more videos. And if you haven't already done so, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be dropping new videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the coming months. So click that subscribe, get the notifications. See you next time. Goodbye.